Whoa, what the?
Okay, alright. For real, this isn't funny.
Seriously, why are you looking at me like that?
It hurts.
I don't have the words. What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here to give you guys my review on Black Lightning Episode 5. And whoa, guys, whoa, guys, whoa, guys. Tense, tense, tense all throughout this episode, especially for the Pierce family. And that ending, that's supposed to be Jennifer, but it's not. And yet, if I'm not mistaken, that almost sounded like that was her. What's going on? It's like my words are so mixed up by what I saw at that ending. I'm in complete silence and disbelief, and I couldn't even express the words whatsoever when it comes to that. All I know is what a toll it was taken on Anissa, TC, Peter, and everyone in the Pierce family, even Jeff and Lynn, who, by the way, I'm really getting sick of those two and their arguments and everything. But not only that, we're seeing what's going on the other side. Like, we might, for one, have discovered Tobias as well's weakness, but it's kind of been his weakness from the very beginning. It's his strength, but it's also his weakness. And that's his obsession with Black Lightning, but it has now elevated to the Pierce family. And then, of course, there's this whole thing with Lala going down, which I gotta say, maybe I should say did expect it, maybe just not in this way. And then, of course, there's also the police department, which have set up some new little group that, unfortunately, Hansan has to be a part of it, or better yet, is forced to be a part of. So much to go through here, guys. Let's just go ahead and break this down. So, as you all know, with episode 4, we saw that Lightning, like her brashness had always been doing, just not listening to anybody. Now she got the consequences, and once again, her actions have led to the consequences of hurting her family. I mean, seriously, girl. First you run away from home, then you do all this other brash stuff like almost become Agent Odell's weapon. Now you do this. Really, girl, why must you continue to do this? Why must you continue to make your family suffer through this because of your brashness? And I don't mean this as to be mean or anything. All I'm just saying is, when are you ever gonna learn, Jen? When are you ever gonna learn? But that's the teenager things. You got teenagers out there like that. Very rebellious, very brash, thinking they got it all answered, and then they're gonna find out the hard way it's not like that. And just for some of them, they better be lucky that it doesn't cause that much of an impact, unlike it was with the Spears family. Because seriously, first off, this was really the only thing to finally make Jefferson do this. Yes, guys, Black Lightning is officially back. And I will say, while I'm happy, I will say that it wasn't in the way I was hoping for. I was hoping that speech that Hansan gave in the last episode would have gotten to him, but no. But I guess we could say maybe it was a little bit of a sign. And then, of course, it had to take Jen disappearing for him to truly wear that suit. But luckily, it wasn't the only time he wore that suit in this episode, as he also went over to speak with Lala later on, as he was about to be haunted by the police. And don't worry, we're going to get to the police here soon, because we've learned something very interesting about this new chief of police. But I think we already kind of figured that out. But nevertheless, Black Lightning went over there and started beating up on Lala's 100 members, and then next thing you know, confronting him. For what reason, I don't know. All I know, I guess it's because they were just trying to clear the air on who killed the mayor, because unfortunately the public, they think it's the 100, but at the same time, the chief of police is using that to go after the vigilantes here. But whatever the reason is, it was still great to see Jeff back in the Black Lightning suit, and let's hope we can see more of that going forward. Now, having said that, though, like I said, the reason for his being in the Black Lightning suit in the first place was only to go up into ionosphere where lightning had been going and where she shouldn't have been going, and absorbed her particle energy. Then they put her into a machine that throughout the whole episode took time to process to give her a physical matter body. But one thing you should note here is that I'm glad, for one, that they acknowledged that this was still in the Arrowverse, and in the fact that they mentioned Flash. Jefferson mentioned Flash, while Peter Gamby mentioned Star Labs. And unfortunately, while we didn't exactly get to see Flash per se, we do know Jefferson met him because he ended up getting a device from them so they could use that device to help them in getting Jen to turn back into matter of a physical body. But at the end of the episode, after it was all done, we ended up getting not Jen, but somebody else who sounds similar to Jen, but isn't Jen. So what the heck is that? What is this? Oh my God. Like, if this was how they were planning to ride out Jen for some time until maybe, let's say, later on during the season, one's got to wonder how this is going to affect the Pierce family going forward. Because already they were already affected by her disappearing and afraid she wouldn't be coming back. And now this? Oh man, it's just a pain in the ass headache. That's all I gotta say. Pain in the ass headache. That's what that is. But while all that is said and done, it was during the process where things were going all drama queen all over the place. Now, first off, we had TC, who felt guilty because he never told anyone about this and he feels responsible for it. One thing we can at least say, at least he takes the responsibility for it. And I do like in the fact that we're still getting to see more of the relationship between him and Peter Gamby here. We're seeing a really good friendship and bond here for me. Like another father-son thing for Peter Gamby, like he already has with Jefferson. Which, by the way, we also get a little bit of that in this episode in a more touching emotional point when Jefferson opens up with him about something he never told anyone else but him. And that's always great to see. I always enjoy seeing this father-son thing between Peter and Jefferson. And I'm glad he did that right there. So it was good there. And it was also good that he supported Jeff throughout everything that's been going on. Even saying that while something Lynn said, well, we'll get here too soon, isn't all true, he will agree with her that Black Lightning's been out of Freeland long enough, and damn right he's been out of Freeland long enough. It's time to get back in the game, which I hope comes more in the next episode. But now, having said that, we gotta really talk here real quick about Jefferson and Lynn, where at first everything seemed okay because they're all together in the hideout and stuff, all worrying and scared, thinking they won't see Jen. And then during the whole process thing, once again, here we go with them and their argument and pointing fingers at each other. It's your fault, this, that, and this. All I just gotta say is, will you two just shut up already? You two and your argument. It's just getting old, it's getting dumb. You two just find a way to work this out already, because here you are always arguing about different viewpoints and stuff. Then next thing you know, we're seeing you say, I love you, this and that. It's just going back to the point of what I said once before. Quit all this shenanigans. Just get remarried. It's clear you two are like this because you're still in love. But really, just please let these issues of everything just stop with you guys, because I can't handle this anymore. It's been going on since the series began, and I'm just tired of it. That's all I gotta say on that end. In the meantime, we got Anissa, who was having a little issues with Grace, but mostly in the fact of still not really opening up to her, even though they're wives of each other now. And which I guess in a way it could be understandable when she opens up to Grace and say that she's been by herself all this time, so she set up a lot of walls. And yeah, you could say Grace did the same. I mean, let's look back at season 3, how she's been had abandonment issues, and she set up a lot of walls herself. So it makes sense there, but at least in the end, she was able to have the courage to at least tell Grace about the condition that's going on with Jennifer, to the point that at the end, Grace has now been invited into the hideout as well, and it's now her place. And even Anissa saying that Gamby's got to make a little identity for her so she can freely go inside there. Which, by the way, we find out where the entrance of that place is, which I've been very curious about, because I was just like, where's that place been? Where are they hiding this place? And it's pretty much in those underground tunnels that they were using back in season 3, which is cool and all. But now, having said all that though, we also gotta first talk about Ana Lopez, the new chief of police, who once again is really showing, or better yet, even more now showing than ever, that she seems to have a personal vendetta against Metas, because here she does, making a new task force for the police called what was that, meta task force, and she puts Hansan in charge of it, and he don't want to be in charge of it at all. He's unfortunately forced to be in charge of it. And what else does she do? She knows that the mayor was killed by 100 gang members and stuff, but one of the guys Lala killed in, what was that, episode 3 or 4, the one that Jefferson had beat down in episode 2 and broke his leg, and Lala kills him. But instead, Ana Lopez decides to use this as an advantage and thinking 2 key powers could actually kill that kid, and she decides to put that on Lightning. Yeah, she just went and decided to put that on Lightning, all because she's getting tired of how she's rebelling and causing all this property damage and disrespecting and everything. It's like she's just trying to find any excuse she can just to go after vigilantes, and now she's labeling Lightning as the face of all meta vigilantes. Oh my god. Now, but one thing I guess we can take a sigh of relief from all this is that while she may be doing that, it's clear she won't. Right now, we don't know how that's going to work, especially since it doesn't look like Lightning's going to be showing up for a while, since Jen's not back, but somebody else is back. So does this mean in the end Black Lightning will take the place and then she'll just switch it to Black Lightning? Because that's seeming to be what it's going to right now. But even with all that, they are still going after the 100 gang because they got the proof to know that Lala did it, or so they think, not knowing that it was Tobias as well's new right-hand man with his magnetic powers that made that bullet go into the mayor. But nevertheless, whatever it is, though, Lala is now getting issued a warrant for arrest along with his 100 gang, and unfortunately, he ended up getting set up by Destiny to look like they were forming a partnership just to get these police off her backs, but it was all just a setup for her to get the police to take out the 100 gang so she'd have those guys out of the way. And yeah, the 100 gang was knocked out, but Lala, he was shot but came back to life, showing that, yeah, you're going to need some sort of meta assassin, which Destiny obviously is going to be doing. So that's pretty much what the episode was there, guys. And then, of course, there was Tobias Well, who, like I said, has an obsession that his lawyer was pointing out. And that was in the fact with the Pierce family. First, it used to be Black Lightning, but now it's the obsession with the Pierce family, which could be both his strength and his weakness going down the line. All I just know is, guys, all this stuff going down from Jennifer not being Jennifer to Black Lightning somewhat returning to this whole Lynn and Jefferson argument getting so old, and then you got Ana Lopez really stepping down on her whole vigilante vendetta here. What more is gonna happen here? It's just insane, guys. All I know is it's getting crazier. I just don't know what more to expect, but they really are leaving us off on this season with a bang, if that's how they also plan to end it for the series finale going forward. But I think I've said more than enough here, guys. And hey, if you're enjoying my videos, all you gotta do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos. And until then, MegaGeekMixer signing out. Bye!